Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Activate Miracles podcast. This is a podcast where we connect with guests and learn from them how they activate miracles in their own life, what miracles mean to them, and how they're living in miracles daily. So very happy to have Kim Hillard with me this morning. Kim, welcome. And would you just introduce yourself and just give us a little flavor of how you got here today and a little bit about your journey, what you do in the world, how you be in the world would be incredible. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Lorendi. I'm Kim. I started my own company this year. It's called My Front Door. And the mission there is to reach families and people that are hurting and suffering from the fallout of mental health and substance use disorders. How I got here, I was thinking about it this morning. My journey has been a lifetime journey. It's been a lifetime. Miracle activation, though, has really happened for me so much in the past year and a half that you're going to have to help me stay focused on what topic you want me to talk about as far as where those miracles have happened. I am a miracle. The fact that I'm here with you today is a miracle. So yeah, I'm super excited about what we're going to do here today.
Thank you. Well, we're going to turn this time over to the inner wisdom within you to connect with the inner wisdom within me, to connect with the inner wisdom with our audience to learn what we're supposed to talk about today. So one of the things we like to do, Kim, is we're a Course in Miracles students at the Miracle Activation Center, and we use it and many rich spiritual texts to help guide us as we're trying to educate ourselves and others who cross our paths. And so we like to start these sessions with the principles of miracles that comes right from A Course in Miracles. And today we're talking about principle miracle number 5. I'm going to read it, and then I would just love for you to connect in and share any thoughts you have about what this means for you. So principle number 5, miracles are habits and should be involuntary. They should not be under conscious control. Consciously selected miracles can be misguided. So what speaks to you in that? How do you connect with that?
I love the fact that it's speaking to miracles being a habit, because I've done so much healing work that I'm right now to the point in my life and my journey where I can see that miracles have been there all along. I just could not see them. I was too brokenhearted and unhealed to be able to see them. And today, I've done a lot of work, and today I see them everywhere. And so I like the fact that it says it's a habit, because now every encounter is a miracle opportunity for me.
Thank you so much. I really connected with also what you said about it being a habit, involuntary. And I've reconnected to some 12-step groups recently, and we've been talking about the design for living in those groups, and particularly pages 86 and 87 of the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And in there it describes how we can put ourselves in a state of receptivity. I'm going to call it miracle mindedness, right?
Yeah.
And what happens is we may have to develop some habits or practices, different ways of showing up, maybe different disciplines when we begin or continue our waking up journey.
Yeah.
At some point, though, it becomes obvious to us that, like you said, miracles are everywhere. And the only reason we couldn't see them before was it's almost like we had a veil across our eyes that was inhibiting our ability to recognize, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about living in a space of gratitude, and people often say, how do I do that? When we can begin to lift that veil and we see the miracles, gratitude becomes easy in my experience, right? What would you say about that?
I would say that it is gratitude. And, I live a lot of affirmations, and my daily practice, I think that's what you're asking me, kind of like, what is my daily practice to really stay in the miracle mindedness space? And it is gratitude. Back in my hardcore Al-Anon days, I still love that program, by the way, but back in the days when I was just so wounded and broken, I would write my affirmations out. And today, I just repeat them. I also still do my Course in Miracles lessons that I love so much. And then I let peace be my guide. If I'm not in peace on something, then I know I need to go back to the drawing board and ask the Holy Spirit to reveal to me what is happening. Right.
I love that. Right. Starting from a place of peace and making no decisions until we're in that state. Really powerful. I pulled this morning from Esther and Jerry Hicks' deck, Ask and It Shall Be Given. And my card this morning was, I will love where I am right now. Yeah. There is nothing that I cannot be, do, or have. And we want to assist you in achieving that. But we love where you are right now. Yeah. Even if you do not, because we understand how joyful the journey to where you want to go will be. And I know, Kim, for you and your business and how you're showing up in the world, that's really been a journey for you. And as you mentioned in your introduction, that education and help around substance use disorder is so important to you. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the things that have happened to you in your life that have made that a call for you?
Yeah. So I've had a lot of teachers. Now I realize that it's all been teachers. Going back to my parents were great teachers for me. My ex-husband was a great teacher for me. I've had many friends and people come and go that have been great teachers for me. The greatest teacher of my life is my daughter, Kara, who transitioned in November 2020, fentanyl poisoning, an overdose after being sober 2.5 years. And the beautiful thing about that is that because of all the work and the miracles and the awareness that I was able to have, my relationship with Kara completely healed before that time. And so I missed her earthly form, and I still do, especially now that we're coming up on 2 years. But the beautiful thing is how rich our relationship still is today. And that for me is such a miracle, because we had a lot of really difficult years. I was too brokenhearted to really know how to love her because of her illnesses. And I learned how to do that. And I'm so grateful that I learned how to do that before she transitioned.
That aspect of you recognizing your brokenheartedness and your willingness to do your work so that you could show up for the relationship in a really powerful way speaks to my passion. And that is helping families heal from each of their brokenheartedness. You and I've talked about that there's this idea that the addict or the identified patient, maybe it's not addiction specifically to a substance, but maybe it's an obsession or something else, or maybe it's depression or anxiety. There's this idea in family systems and work systems and all different aspects of organizations that person's over there. And when they get better, then this system will get better. And you and I know that that's just not the truth. We can call that a lie, right? We can be really bold about that. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about how you decided I want to heal, made that decision for yourself, and how it impacted your ability to relationship with Kara.
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. That question gives me, you and I just had a holy instant around that question.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to say this because over the years, I grew up in a Southern family, in a Southern Baptist background, and then later transitioned over to non-denominational work, where I was actually a recovering ministry with a church for a while. And it was all about, then it was all about, if this person does this, then we will be okay. The family unit will be okay. Later, I realized that really, the truth is that all of that highlighted things about me that I needed to work on. Mm-hmm. And one of the challenges in my work today is getting families to realize that doing their work can actually heal the entire family unit.
Right.
And that alone is a miracle. Let's just pause on that for a second, because we don't have to wait for people to get better. We can get better. And our getting better goes back even into generational stuff.
Right.
And so one of the hardest things that I do now is getting families to see how important that is. Because we can be okay even if our loved ones are never okay. Right. And I'm a testimony to that.
It's true. And there's the aspect that if it's showing up in front of me or in the proverbial outside of me, there's something for me to look at internally. And also on a kind of a metaphysical level, I think the lenses through which we see so much changes as we do our work. So our perception of our experience of our loved ones also shifts for sure. And there really is a miracle that occurs, that the light within them is drawn to the light within us, and we can have miraculous transformations, which is really so powerful. Amazing. So we have just a few minutes left, Kim. And again, we bring people on to this time with us because we believe that they have something to share that we need to hear, that I need to hear, that our audience needs to hear. So I'm going to ask you to just take a breath for a moment and share with us anything on your heart. I'm really connected to what you said about I am a miracle. I am a miracle, and anything that you would like to share with us kind of in closing.
Yeah, I actually do. You know, what I want to say for anybody listening that their heart is hurting, their heart may even be broken. My heart was broken for so many years of my life. To have hope and not give up, and to really be willing to look inside, and let the fears be your guide of the work that you need to do. I
love that. Let the fears be your guide.
Yes.
So many of us are afraid of fear, right? And what you're saying, what I hear you saying is that when that fear shows up, let that be the guide to show you where there's an opportunity to do some work and embrace that.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So Kim, you're on our Miracle Activation website under our team. We're so grateful to have you as a team member. Is there any other way that you would like people to get in touch with you?
Yes, people can contact me through my email. Is that, I don't know if I need to say that to you now, or if you're going to, okay. It's myfrontdoor5272@gmail.com. And that is actually, there's a story with that, but 5272 is Kara's name on a cell phone. And that's the way she used to always respond to me. She would say 143-5272, which meant I love you, Kara. And so it's myfrontdoor5272@gmail.com. And then my cell phone number is 561-346-4993.
Thank you so much, Kim, for your open heart and your willingness to share with us your incredible, miraculous journey. Much love.
Thank you so much, Lorinda.
Yes. And to our guests again, thank you for visiting us at the Activate Miracles podcast, where we really do believe that you are the miracle. Your life is the miracle that activates miracles through you, in you, and all around you. We'll be with you again soon.